write your testimonial.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to post it straight away. I just thought, oh, you got a few hours to kill. You might be thinking.
So this morning I was just clearing up a load of stuff that I hadn't got to last week. I thought, oh, I had it already written, you see. It's already written. So I thought, oh, I'll just pop that up while I'm doing these little bits of admin things. And yeah, that's fine.
No, I really appreciate that. And you see how apprehensive people are. And that's why these are so important, because people are skeptical anyway, but especially with the climate right now. You know, there's people worried about financially and stuff like that. So they're like, is this an ad? And it's really interesting because, you know, they've been promised the world, and then they haven't. Those people haven't delivered on whatever they've promised, and so they've got every right to be skeptical. But we're ready, and the way that I'll kind of sort of segue into this is I'll just ask you just a few questions, and I won't keep you too long. I know you're busy. I'll keep you at 5-10 minutes. All right. So I always ask what your life was like before you started the MYM Club.
Okay, so I've always tried to have a full life. You know, it's I've tried to take all that on board, and I do a lot of amateur theatre, as you know, and do a lot of those sorts of shows. And I was finding that harder and harder, because to do all the dancing, never mind the dancing and singing at the same time, really challenging when you're carrying weight. And I did a show last year, which I had a lovely part. I did Sunshine on Leith. It was fantastic, but I really, really struggled. I ended up with sore knees, sore back, everything. And I just had, as well, I suppose, because I'm not being on stage a lot and in front of other people a lot. I used to have horrible self-talk to myself. That's the thing that really, in the end, pushed me towards the MYM. Actually, was I used to say terrible things to myself in the mirror, and I would literally say them out loud to myself in the mirror. And at one time, my daughter caught me doing it. My daughter, who was 14 at the time, caught me doing it and said, "Do not say that about my mother." And she was really upset by what I said. And I thought, God, what a terrible, terrible thing to do in front of her, to make her think that that's okay to be that way. And so that's where I was really before I came to MYM. I almost resigned myself. That's it. I'm just gonna be fat and have all the health problems associated with that, and I'm gonna become less and less mobile, and that's my life now. And I'd almost got to that stage. Yeah.
Jeez, it's quite confronting when you. And obviously, when we first chatted, I spoke about what is possible and what you wanted to achieve. We can get to that in a minute, because I'm interested to hear what results you achieved in your time with us.
Okay. So,
what results did you achieve inside the MYM?
I achieved a whole 20 kilos in my 21 weeks. 20 dot on as well. It's like my body thought, yeah, that'll just get us nicely to that final one. So it was, exactly 20 kilos. But that's not the end there. I'm carrying on. But yeah, they just unbelievable, unreal.
Well, firstly, you got to commend it. It's just incredible. You know, that and like, that's a lot of weight, and it's a really healthy amount. You know, we always say sustainably 0.5 to a kilo a week is very healthy. It's not going to spring back and hit you in the face and you wake up and go, oh my God, it's back. Healthy. And we'll go through a bit about how you kind of, how you managed it, because you've already kind of said it wasn't restrictive at all. I was having this, and we'll go through that in a bit. But what would have, before we started, what would have prevented you, or what was your main concern that could have prevented you from joining, the MYM Club, and what made you go, you know what? No, this is the right decision, and what kind of reassured you there?
So the main reason I dithered over joining the MYM, if you like, because I was a watcher for a long time on the website. I was sort of, watch things going on, and did that for a long time. Was I didn't believe in myself, and that is genuinely, I thought, I'm going to start this program, and it's going to go the way of everything else, which is you lose a bit of weight, put a load on, all that stuff. I didn't believe in myself, really, more than anything else. And seeing testimonials like this did help from other ladies, but because I was in such a low self-esteem frame of mind, I still thought, yeah, but Ben must be just better than me. That I still had that in my mind. And I do think, again, it's probably back to my children again. The reason I then went for it and thought, look, I've got to invest in myself. I've got to give this a go. Was struggling to. I've got quite a busy life with the kids, and my daughter's into theatre and my son's into football, and I love going along and doing those things. And walking to Anfield with my son and just being horribly out of breath and thinking, oh my God, this is such a massive chore to do this, which is such an enjoyable thing. And I just thought, and I remember thinking, I've got to give myself one last chance. I've got to give myself a chance for this not to be my future. Because there was that bit of my brain going, well, this is just you. This is just you. This is how you are. And that's what it was. It was the children, really, that made me go, right, okay, I'm going to give it one more chance. And that's why I went for it.
Awesome. So, like, if someone was in that position, on the fence, and in your case, you were kind of pushed over by, doing it for your children, like, what would you say to them if they were in your position?
I would say that they should not be afraid, because I was afraid that I would fail and that I would feel worse about myself. And I think that of all, even though that first day, I remember taking the pictures and doing my first measurements and the weights, I remember crying my eyes out because it was so awful. But even that first sort of sessions that we started having, because you seemed to believe in me. So I thought, oh, wow, okay. So if somebody else, a complete stranger, if you like, can believe in me, maybe I need to give it a try. So I think what I'd say to somebody is believe in yourself, because this isn't a diet. It isn't a diet. It's not the same. It's not the same as all the other things you've been sold. And when I talk to my friends and they say, oh, I hear that if you eat this before that, and then that will help weight. It won't. And I want to kind of grab people and say, really, it's actually not that complicated once somebody explains it to you. So I think that's, I would say, believe in yourself, because if you go in with that attitude thinking, well, I can do it, gosh, you've seen all the other ladies, not just me, everybody else who goes and does amazing things. It's incredible. So that's what I would say to them.
Oh,
do it.
Awesome. So now you're 20 kilos lighter. You were struggling, as you said, you were walking to Anfield, your son struggling, out of breath. What's it like now that, the 20 kilos have gone? What's it like now you've effectively been coached by us for 21 weeks? Tell me a bit about how your life has improved.
Oh, it's just on just so many levels. I mean, it's lovely to be in all my old clothes again. That's nice too. I feel more confident when I'm on the stage as well. So that's nice, because I feel as though I'm presenting myself in the best version of me that I can do. I'm an asthmatic. So the last time I took my blue inhaler was, I think, when I had a cold 2 months ago. And I used to be almost daily, not far off. And that's been a long time since I've needed that. So I am fitter, happier, healthier, better sleep patterns, all that good stuff.
Awesome. I'm happy because you have certain expectations, of course, when you join a program. Obviously, you said you were lacking sort of self-belief in yourself, and that initial coaching call, you saw that I believed in you, and you're like, okay, if he can believe in me, then I can do it. The 20 kilos is, as I say, I've said it numerous times on our one-to-one. It's just nothing short of sensational what you've been able to achieve, and you would have come into this program with a level. I don't know whether it's expectations or I'll be really happy if I get this. What would you say has made you happiest during your time with us?
Well, it's a little bit of a repetition, really. It was the suddenly believing in myself. I don't know if you remember, about 5 weeks in, you reminded me, because I'd lost a whole load of weight by then already, and you reminded me. You said you'd be lucky if you lost 10 in the whole 21 weeks.
Yeah. Remember.
I said to you, and at 5 weeks, I went, "That's no longer my goal, Dean. That's no longer my goal. My goal. I now know the difference." So it's increased belief in myself, and I also, I believe and know that I don't have any doubt that this is me now. This is me. This is not me going to go away now and stuff my face and sit on the carpet and not move again and put a load of weight back on. I just know it isn't. I just know.
Awesome.
And yeah.
No, it's really good. It's amazing how that. Just you getting the results such fantastic results in the first few weeks, doing the stuff that we discussed on the calls, and then how that sort of action that you took resulted in, you starting to believe, instill more self-belief in you, and then go, I don't even need that goal anymore. I want this goal. Yeah. This is so you're able to, I mean, it's amazing. So what's exceeded your expectations since working with us over that period of 5 months?
I think it's how normal. I told you things that were important to me. I told you that it was important for me to eat with my family, that was part of our family life that was sacrosanct at the end of each day. That's where we are. I've got teenagers, and so I never see them except that's my one time a day. That's when we all gather and discuss and laugh and all those things, and that was very important to me. And also the fact that I love going out. I like going out for a drink with my friends. So I like doing all these things. And what amazed me was okay, that's all in then. That's all in what we're going to do. Those things are important to you, so they stay. And I think it was that if I'm happy and I can see it, and if I can follow some very, very basic steps, then that is just going to lead to the changes I need and the changes I want. So happiness was a surprise to me as well. That was kind of part of it, was just that whole well-being thing. If I'm happy, I'll achieve.
That's it, yeah.
And I have. So.
Awesome. If you had one takeaway from the program, what would it be?
One takeaway from the program. I think it is ditch all the fad stuff. All the fad stuff you've ever been told, ditch it, chuck it out the window, kick it into touch, because it just doesn't. That is no bearing on your well-being. And I think that's the other thing, is the club isn't actually just about weight loss. Of course, that's a lovely outward thing that people can see and you can see and feel. It's just feeling better about yourself, and it's well-being. It's that whole piece. Yeah. I feel a better version of myself.
Awesome. Oh, that's it. That's all the questions I've got. I think you've answered them fantastically, and I think that I love how important these versions of your story and the next person, because there's going to be people that are going to resonate so much with your story. And I think I always say that these will help, even if they help one person.
Yeah,
you've helped change a life, and if you cast yourself back 5 months ago to how you were feeling, it wasn't good. So you can see the transformation, not just physical but mental. So I really, on behalf of myself and Viola and Team MYM, I suppose, really appreciate your time, Claire. It means a lot to us.
No problem. Thank you, Dean. Thank you.
No worries.